Shanah Mohr's adopted daughter started showing signs of fetal alcohol spectrum disorder as a toddler. Now, at 8 years old, Shanah says her daughter's doing a lot better, and what helped the most was getting educated about the disorder. Today, Shanah is helping run a 2-day conference in Regina. The FASD Sessions is targeted at caregivers and frontline workers across the province. Shanah's in our studio. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Tell us about your daughter.
She's absolutely amazing. She's flourishing. She's very, very well supported, so she definitely has her struggles, but she overcomes them on a daily basis. I always say it kind of takes a community to raise an individual, especially an individual who lives with FASD. So.
Yeah, so she's a success story.
Absolutely.
So give me some examples of the challenges that you say she overcomes daily. What kinds of things have you going, yes?
Lots of her sensory processing has been affected, so through occupational therapy, she's able to be really in tune with her body. So if her body's uncomfortable, she'll say, "Hey, Mom, can I have a squeeze?" And I always ask her kind of, "Hey, what's going on?" And she'll say, "Mom, my body's uncomfortable, or my body feels crooked, and when you squeeze me, I go straight, or it makes my body feel better."
Is this a common thing with FASD?
Absolutely. The sensory processing can be affected by the prenatal alcohol exposure.
What else? What
else does she live with? Memory deficits are a big part of how she's affected, so that's when something's there one day and it's not there the next.
So what would be an example? Does anything come to mind?
At school, she struggles. Maybe one day she can write a paragraph, and then the next day she doesn't remember how to write a paragraph, or she, can do her spelling words on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday she might struggle with them.
Hey?
Yeah.
So what supports have you had in place to help with that?
We do lots of lists. She's pretty cool because she knows that she lives with memory deficits, and we're pretty open about it in our house. I always tell her, my memory's not very good either, so what can we do to help each other? And I share this story because this was one of my proudest mom moments. Is this summer I sent her to her room to make her bed, and I went in a little bit later, and she wasn't making her bed, and so I was kind of going to say, "Hey, what are you doing?" She was sitting on the floor writing in a notepad. And she said, "Well, Mom, we know I'm going to forget everything." She said, "Mom, you know that I know I'm going to forget everything I need to do today, so I'm making a list." Oh. So at 8 years old, because she's been well supported, she is coming up with strategies on her own to deal with her deficits.
Did your heart just melt a little bit?
I did.
I
shed some tears. I was really excited. And she had this whole list of stuff she had to do that day. And then, we got a highlighter, and I showed her how to highlight stuff off that list. So, but like I said, those positive stories, they're just not out there in the world of FASD. When we hear FASD...
you think hopeless, hey?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Does she know why she has these deficits? What does she understand about why?
Absolutely. So we recently told her that she does live with FASD, and it was a really powerful conversation. It was a conversation I was really anxious about, but it went over really, really well. And when she first... I told her what was going on. She said, "My birth mom didn't know, huh?" And I said, "No, sweetie, she didn't know. And she loves you so much. And she didn't know that if she drank alcohol, that it would hurt you." And then she kind of looked at me and she said, "Mom, I have a disability." And I said, "Yeah, you have a disability." And she said, "What is a disability?" And I thought, amazing. So I had a really amazing, positive, powerful conversation about the positive that can be found within a disability. And really, I just said, your brain works a little bit differently. And guess what? That's just okay.
Wow. So tell me how this conference fits in with your own experience. And
it's the stigma that we're trying to challenge that conversation, because I always say when in the media, FASD is portrayed so negative. And I know when I first started my journey and I hit Google and I started researching FASD, I was pretty hopeless because everything out there tells you that...
Nothing was sort of giving you hope and inspiration.
No, it's all negative. And so, and it doesn't need to be. We need to bring hope back to this disability. We need to take the shame and blame away and tackle that stigma. I say individuals who live with FASD have so much going on in their lives. They don't need to go out into a world that's plagued by stigma.
Yeah.
I know even as a parent, sometimes when I'm disclosing about my daughter, whether it's a hockey coach or a teacher, and I'm saying, you know what, she lives with FASD, I always have to follow with, but don't worry, she's a really good kid.
And you shouldn't have to.
I shouldn't have to.
Yeah. So the people at this conference, are they other parents? Are they, tell me more about the people
caregivers, frontline workers. And so today we're doing a day that's like a full intensive day of FASD training, so to help understand FASD. And then we talk strategies this afternoon. And then tomorrow our keynote speakers are Dr. Peter Choate and Dr. Jackie Pye, who are both phenomenal speakers. I've seen them both. And they are going to give some really intriguing talks about how to challenge that stigma.
Yeah, and you'll be speaking a lot, of course, about your daughter.
Yes, I always share personal stories when I deliver training and presentations to make it more relatable and that this is real.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It does exist.
Nothing resonates with people like hearing about somebody's own experience.
Yeah.
Well, you sound like an amazing mom. And please say hello to your daughter for us.
Will do. And thanks for having us.
Thanks so much for coming in, and good luck with your conference.
Thank you.